I wanted my money back. It was very disappointing.
They are pretending like Rachel Zegler is the fairest of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
Rachel Zegler, being 23 or whatever she is, like so many kids raised on TikTok, or what?
They're leaning into woke. Hardcore.
They're petrified of some kind of backlash.
Will I actually watch it? Probably not.
Snow White, there's been an enormous amount of controversy surrounding Snow White, obviously.
Who wants a movie about true love? What kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It's the outrage.
The backlash against Disney's new Snow White remake hasn't just been intense, it's been relentless. At the center of the storm is Rachel Zegler, the actress cast as the iconic princess, who's found herself under fire for comments that critics say are more preachy than progressive. But just when the controversy seemed to be dying down, Bill Maher came swinging. Maher, never one to pull punches, lit into Zegler and Disney's woke interpretation of the classic fairy tale with a brutal takedown that quickly went viral. His commentary has reignited the debate, not just about this film, but about the entire direction of modern Hollywood. And let's just say, it wasn't pretty. This isn't just about one movie or one actress. It's about the cultural divide between traditional storytelling and what many perceive as a forced ideological rewrite. And Maher, true to form, poured gasoline on the fire with his trademark sarcasm and unapologetic critique.
Oh, have we been following the Snow White?
Actually, the first I'm hearing of this.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, the two stars are Gal Gadot,
Before you.
who she was in the Israeli Defense Forces. She's Israeli. And then Rachel Zegler plays Snow White. I think Gal plays the... I was not a child, so I don't follow them.
The controversy began even before cameras started rolling on Disney's live-action Snow White. When Rachel Zegler was announced as the lead, some fans immediately questioned the casting, arguing that it departed too far from the original character, whose defining feature was literally skin as white as snow. While many welcomed the diversity, others viewed it as unnecessary revisionism. Then came Zegler's now infamous interviews. In them, she described the 1937 animated film as extremely dated, criticized the romantic storyline, and said her version of Snow White wouldn't be waiting for a prince. Her tone, perceived by some as dismissive and arrogant, didn't win her much sympathy.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Especially from those nostalgic for the original film's charm and innocence. Enter Bill Maher. On his HBO show, Maher seized on the controversy and unleashed a pointed critique of Zegler, Disney, and what he dubbed the entertainment industry's obsession with injecting woke politics into every story.
Of the left, the progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
The result? A scathing commentary that amplified the backlash and triggered a firestorm online. At the heart of this controversy lies a bigger challenge. How does Hollywood modernize beloved stories without alienating fans? Disney, in particular, has struggled with this balance. Its recent remakes, from The Little Mermaid to Peter Pan, have been repeatedly accused of prioritizing social messaging over storytelling. Audiences aren't always against change. What they resent is feeling like their childhood stories are being rewritten to deliver a lecture. The magic and escapism that once defined Disney films are now, in the eyes of many, being replaced by moral posturing and identity politics. It's not that viewers are against progress, it's that they don't want to be preached to. With Snow White, the issue is especially sensitive. This was Disney's first full-length animated feature, a cornerstone of film history. Tampering with it in such a bold, ideological way risks not just creative failure, but financial disaster. And that's exactly what we're seeing, with the film projected to lose over $100 million. Bill Maher's reaction to the situation was classic Maher: sharp, sarcastic, and polarizing. He questioned why Disney would remake a film they clearly seem to hate. "If you're so offended by the original, why remake it at all?" he asked. That simple question resonated with millions and cut through the noise like a scalpel. Maher took particular aim at Zegler's tone in her interviews, saying it came off as condescending to fans of the original. He mocked the idea that empowering women means stripping away traditional romance or rewriting legacy characters from scratch. For Maher, it wasn't about politics, it was about authenticity, creativity, and respect for the source material. The internet exploded in response. Supporters of Maher praised him for saying what everyone's thinking. Critics, however, accused him of undermining efforts to diversify Hollywood and elevate new perspectives. Regardless of which side people landed on, Maher succeeded in turning the conversation into a national talking point and once again made himself part of the cultural pulse. The moment that sealed Maher's viral triumph came when he quipped, "Disney's Snow White isn't a fairy tale anymore, it's a TED Talk in a tiara." That single line captured what millions felt but couldn't articulate, that the film had swapped fantasy for ideology, charm for condescension. Audiences erupted. The quote was clipped, shared, and memed to death. Even people who hadn't followed the Snow White news found themselves laughing and thinking. It wasn't just funny, it was brutally honest. And it highlighted exactly why the Backlash had gained so much traction in the first place. That one-liner didn't just critique a film, it captured a broader frustration with how entertainment has become a platform for messaging rather than a space for escapism. In an era where media is increasingly politicized, Maher's commentary served as a kind of catharsis for people tired of feeling like every remake comes with a lecture. This isn't just about Rachel Zegler or even Disney. It's about a deepening cultural divide over how stories should be told.
Every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
The Snow White version is woke and feminist and progressive.
They are pretending like Rachel Zegler is the first of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
Rachel Zegler, she's an...
The movie is doing catastrophically. They spent $300 million and it currently has a 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
So she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Leave it the alone.
And who gets to tell them? On one side, you have creatives pushing to make old tales fit today's values. On the other, fans who feel those tales are being erased or distorted beyond recognition. Bill Maher's critique struck such a nerve because it didn't dance around the issue. He voiced what many were feeling, that change is fine, but not when it comes at the expense of the heart and soul of the story. And as Snow White struggles at the box office, it's clear that audiences are speaking with their wallets too. In the end, this isn't just a movie controversy, it's a symptom of a much larger battle over culture, creativity, and identity. Whether you agree with Maher or not, one thing is undeniable. He sparked a conversation that's bigger than Snow White. So now it's your turn. Do you think Rachel Zegler was unfairly targeted, or did she miss the mark with her comments? Was Bill Maher spot on, or just another commentator adding fuel to the fire? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content where pop culture meets controversy. Until next time, keep questioning the narratives and stay curious.